All right, hello, welcome traders. Hey, it is Tuesday, January 20th, and we saw the markets going down today based upon the whole Greenland tariff tantrum thing going on. It's the latest thing that we have to deal with as traders out here. Nothing to do with fundamentals. In fact, I believe after hours, Netflix came out and beat earnings, top and bottom line. Okay, people are going to realize that, oh, yeah, nothing's changed. Okay. It's just a bunch of yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So, that being said, what I want to do today is let's look at some of the charts. And I want to take a little bit of a longer view perspective on things. Sure, if you were down today, which probably most people were down today, I would think if you were long most of your positions, you're down at some point. The market was down 2% today. Okay. So you should be down a little bit today. Is it the end of the world? Not even close to the end of the world. Is it an opportunity to buy? Maybe. But I think you got to really look. Is it a reason to panic and sell and get out? No. Okay, not at all. Right, and let's look at what's going on there. So let me share some charts with you today. And what I want you to think about is what's the market doing overall? What regime are we in? Are we in a bullish market, a bearish market? Okay, and I'm going to zoom out to the weeklies on some things, and let's take a look at where things are on the weekly charts, which give us a sense of what's the overall direction, as opposed to the short day-to-day, week-to-week type of thing. What's the week-to-week, month-to-month looking like? All right, so let's get into it. Let me share my screen with you. Let's get out there and take a look at some things. All right, so this being said, let's look at the E-mini futures today. Yeah, pretty nice down day today, down 141 points, down 2% on ES. Okay, that's it. Okay, we're just recently had all-time highs 4 days ago. So if you thought today was horrific, okay, it's only been 4 days. It's an all-time high, folks. Okay, so we are all okay here. So now, world's not ending for us. It's just one of those things that, hey, the market comes down and maybe there's some opportunities. Right? We came down. The thing that you want to keep an eye on here is, yeah, did we break the 8 and the 21? Yeah. Did we break the 50? Yes. But it's only one candle. Let's see if we remain below this. And we've had this uptrend and it's been higher highs and higher lows, but you can see that we've been in this rising wedge pattern. We broke the wedge pattern. Okay, that's a little bit of a bearish move. So things could be bearish for a couple days, a couple weeks, who knows? Okay, not forever. All right, so don't get too wound up about it. But has the market regime changed? Well, yeah, I think it has. Right, so you've got a bearish PSAR that had already settled in 4 days ago. Okay. We were already seeing RSI falling. Today it finally did break the 50. Okay, so that broke the 50. You're below the 21. You're actually below the 50. The 8 hasn't broke the 21, but there's a good chance that it may happen tomorrow if we have another decent day near these lows. We did finish near the lows of the day, which is not great, but again, not the end of the world. But let's zoom out and let's go to a weekly chart on things. Okay. Here's the weekly chart. Okay. A very different perspective on things when we're looking at the weekly chart, right? So what's the weekly chart telling us? Well, the weekly chart's telling us that we've had a nice uptrend here. Okay. We really haven't had a lot of pullbacks. Okay. We've been riding this 8-day moving average, which we finally broke. We're still above the 21-day on the weekly, and we're nowhere near the 50 on this. So until we break the 50, life's not that bad. We haven't even hit the 21 yet. Okay. And last year, if we looked at it, okay, we kept coming down periodically to the 21, rallying, 21, rally, 21, rally, not quite to the 21, rally, 21, rally. Okay. And have we done that since the big selling that we had back in like April of this year? Well, once we made the break, yeah, a little bit here, and then once. So we really haven't had decent pullbacks to the 21, which have been good opportunities. I'm looking forward to that. And that would put us around 67.50 here on ES. So that's an opportunity. Should you be selling naked puts today? I wouldn't be yet. Okay. But again, This is for entertainment and education. It has nothing to do with what I'm telling you to do. You need to have your own trade plan. For me, okay, I'm just hanging in there. I don't have anything to close today. Okay, I'm going to let theta do its job. Okay, if we stop out on something, we stop out. If we have opportunities to get in, we'll get in, but we're not ready yet. It's not ripe enough yet. You got to let the banana ripen a little bit here and pull back a little bit more. Then I think we could get some opportunity. Man, if we came back to the 50, okay, to me, that would be all hands in, we're buying. Okay, for me. Okay, so if we can pull down a little bit more, that'd be great. We have plenty of support in here. So looking at the weekly, it's barely a scratch. Okay. All right, let's take a look at oil. So if we're looking at oil on the weekly charts as well, flat as can be the last couple months. Nothing to do here. Great strangle opportunity. If we're looking at the daily, a little bit more excitement on the daily here. Okay. A little pop, a little resolve, but a good strangle opportunity. So I like strangles on oil. I think they look great. All right, gold. Woo, on the daily, this thing is still cooking along. We flip over to the weekly, and this thing looks ridiculous, right? Okay. This thing has just been, you know, parabolic to the upside. Gold, silver, it looks crazy. Okay, should you be doing anything that's not bullish? No. Okay, I do have a strangle. It's a little bit under pressure. Okay, but it's not stopped out. We're in good shape. Okay, if gold continues to just trade sideways to slightly higher, I think we'll be okay. If it has another couple days like today, then I'll stop out and I'll move on. I've had so many good winners. I don't really mind taking the loss on one. Okay, but we did put it on back here when things were a little more flat. Okay, since then we've gone up, and there wasn't, we weren't buying Greenland at the time. All right, taking a look here on the weekly on bonds. Bonds have been in this downtrend move. We broke a little support here. If we look at the daily, okay, here's the daily on bonds. Not a great couple days on bonds. Yields, the 10-year yield's running up higher. I think it can go a little bit higher. I think you got to be a little bit cautious holding off on bonds. Today's not the day to get in. If we have another selling day tomorrow, I think that might be the day to get in. But I want to watch the 4.5% level on the 10-year. So if I look at the 10-year here, we were at about 4.3 today. If we can get up here to probably 4.4, even if we run up towards the 4.5, that will definitely push bonds down lower here. But I don't think we're going to, set all new lows on bonds. But we are in a downtrend. There's no reason to be buying tons of calls or selling puts on it. You just wait and chill out. Okay. But looking at the weekly here on bonds, don't look too bad to me. Okay. Looks fine. Pretty much sideways. We're at the exact same level we've been at, on and off since, way back here in 2024. So nothing exciting going on. So again, relax. Watch what the markets are doing. Let's get into some stocks. We're going to stick with the weekly charts now. All right, here's a chart on Amazon. Does Amazon look like a complete disaster? No, Amazon looks pretty doggone good. Pulling back to the 21 here, it has bounced off of that 21 or even the 50, okay, a couple times. So I think anything in this, 220 to 229 level, if we can find any kind of footing in here, and maybe it's the uptrend that we have working, maybe that's the play. Okay, if we look at the daily charts here, anything I think in these levels here will work out great. If the uptrend line holds, then this could be the opportunity to get in on Amazon. All right, well, let's look at Nvidia. So looking at Nvidia here, nothing bad. 8's above the 21, stock's right at the 21. It's on the uptrend line. It's a neutral trade. I've been using Strangles on this. I think Strangles are still a great trade on Nvidia. Let's look at Tesla. Okay. 8's above the 21, stocks at the 21, hitting the uptrend line. RSI is technically still above 50, even though it's falling. The 50-day is moving higher. Does that seem like a stock that's going to zero anytime soon? No, it's a nice pullback after higher highs, higher lows, and all-time higher highs, okay, just a couple weeks ago. Looks okay to me. Let's wait until this thing calms down. Okay. When will it calm down? I don't know. Okay. Who cares? Okay. Wait until you see some sort of consolidation here. Is it trending sideways? Is it going to hold this support line? Maybe it will hold up on this support or even this trend line here. Either one, we're right kind of at the crux of things here. We'll see what happens. I think it's overdone. We're heading into earnings. Let's see what happens. Meta. Oh, look, it's down. Yeah, of course it's down. The thing hasn't been up for a long time. Right? Let's take a look at the weekly though. Right? Does the weekly look hideous? It doesn't look great. Is this rising wedge pattern still in a downtrend right now? I wouldn't be touching it anyway. Okay, but bullish PSAR in here so far. Okay, give it some time to consolidate. Okay, Apple, give it some time. It's right at the 50. This might be a good opportunity on Apple, but you got earnings coming up here on Thursday. So next Thursday, by the way. So next Thursday earnings. Until then, chop, 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 chop. Okay, Google. This thing's not really giving up at all. It hasn't even come down to the 8. It hasn't broken the 8 since way back here in I guess you would have to call this like June of this year is the last time it actually just touched the 8 or the 50. Look how wide the 50, the 8, and the 21 are here. Okay, that means we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Let it pull back, then we buy. Okay, Microsoft doesn't look great on the weekly. I'm still staying out. Palantir breaking the triangle to the downside. Is it the end of the world? No, I think it's a nice triangle opportunity. You got earnings, so you got to hold off. Okay, earnings, earnings, earnings. Nothing to do. We wait till earnings. Let's see what happens with earnings. We could see some real big upsides, or we could see some big flushes. So we'll see. But again, nothing to panic on today. Hood, not looking great here. Could be breaking this support level here. I'm kind of cautious on Hood. I would not be adding at these level. Broadcom is back to the 8, or back to the 21, but the 8's above the 21. RSI is right at 50. Kind of a neutral trade. I'd be neutral. All right. SoFi. SoFi doesn't, it looks just pretty much neutral to sideways. Okay. Probably strangle opportunities. UNH had a good day today. I mean, this thing was up 2.24% on the session today. Nothing wrong with UNH in here. Look at this perfect sideways move all day long. Strangle that thing. Okay. Netflix. Okay. Looks like it's selling off after hours, even though it had a beat today. We don't have the numbers, but the beat, it's heading lower. This thing hasn't been a buy for a long time, so I wouldn't be worrying about this. Boeing had a good day today. This thing is just stratospheric on its move. Nothing to touch on there. ARM has been selling off. On the weekly here, maybe we're getting close to putting in a level. Uh, I don't think it's a bad spot, but you got earnings, so you got to wait. Okay. AMD, not a bad day today, held up pretty nicely. The weekly looks fantastic. I still see a gap. So at some point, maybe we do fill this gap. Okay. I guess the point is zoom out a little bit. Stop being so micro, so day to day. Okay. If you really want to make the most money, you got to have more of a horizon that makes some sense. You could still be selling puts in on a pullback in a decent bull market. And what we're seeing is everything is still pretty bullish, okay, or at least neutral, which I think gives you an opportunity to get in on some things. Really nice looking chart on Aduro today. This thing had kind of a down day of 7% because it's such a small price stock, but it's not that bad. Okay, 8's above the 21, 21's above the 50, and when we're looking at the weekly here, it looks beautiful. So I think it could be a double bottom coming in here. Any pullback's an opportunity. ASTS, it's already so far gone. You need a pullback on it. If you want to get in, grab way down here. I'm not looking at it here, but might be starting to consolidate. HIMS, I like the action in HIMS today. It held up really well today. So HIMS was one for me that I thought held up really well The weekly looks pretty decent to start to consolidate. MACD is already starting to consolidate. Let's just give it a little bit of time. Novo today, okay, looks pretty good down at these levels. It had a little bit of a pullback today. I think any pullback's an opportunity in Novo. If we're looking at Oscar, okay, on the weekly, this thing's been all over the place for the most part. But man, this is a beautiful triangle. It's up, it's down, but it just always continues to be sideways out there. Zeta, which was a hot name for a lot of people, hung in there pretty well today as well. So, bottom line, not bad when you're looking at the weeklies. When you're looking at the daily charts, okay, some things were down today. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6% on some of the higher flyers. A lot of the Mag 7 down 2, 3, 4% today. Got it. Okay. We'll see what happens in the next couple days. I think cooler heads are always going to prevail. The initial shock, it's a reason for people to sell and bail. Okay, maybe get a little bit of a down session tomorrow, and then I think you start to look for potentially some bottoming out and some opportunities. Bitcoin, okay, with the markets, with interest rates heading lower, so a pretty solid down day for Bitcoin, but overall, this thing's been improving and moving sideways. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, and then if we're going to look at Ethereum, decent down day as well, holding the trend line. Okay, maybe it broke the uptrend that it had going. Okay, now we just reset and look to go again. All right, bottom line, make sure you understand what the longer term chart is saying as far as the direction we're going in that stock. Then you can look at the day-to-day movements. Don't worry about one down day. Okay, we're all down a little bit today. Okay, but you shouldn't be down a ton unless you're over leveraged on things. Hopefully, you have some dry powder that we can start to put to use as soon as we start to see some consolidation. The next thing I'll tell you, and remember this one rule, and I'll jump off for today. Remember, don't be the first one to start buying in after a dip. Okay, you don't want to be the first one in the firing line. Okay, to put your body in harm's way. Let the other people get killed. Let's wait and see that we get the right signals and we get some consolidation. And then if we have a little bit more selling, which would be awesome, but if we get a little bit more selling, man, I think earnings are going to be good. So I think you're going to have a tough time. But if you've got some good companies that have sold off for no fundamental reason, okay, there's no fundamental reason today for Oscar, to be falling today. There's no fundamental reason for Nvidia to be falling today. Really is not. They got earnings coming up. We got to wait and see what the earnings are going to say. Don't get all wound up about it. Let's be calm. Okay, stay the course. Okay, and we wait for our opportunity to pounce. See you guys later. Stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.